grew. I mean, when you did the time when you started.
And also, sorry, to add to that, what are some of the key things that you did to raise your traffic, you know, to get your blog plugged in? I've heard controversial, you know, ideas about blog roles because now maybe Google has new algorithms and they don't work. You know, are there special things that you've done to get this traffic up?
Maybe we can first answer the question of Anouk.
Yeah, because it's a different question, I think. But so yeah, I think the advice that first of all, I tell everyone to have a blog. Anybody who has an ambition to work in almost any field, really. I mean, especially if it's any kind of writing you want to do, you know, be it technology or you know, normal journalism or travel journalism or fashion journalism or whatever, or especially also if you want to be a photographer of any sort, it's super smart to have a blog because it's your online portfolio that anybody can access easily, and that is not like a website that people might, you know, visit once a month because you only update it once a month or less than that. It's something that's constantly updated, and you know, if I discover a new photographer, I like them, I take their feed into my feed reader, and then when they post new content, it pops up, and you know, and I can enjoy that. So the first advice is to definitely have a blog. Then very important is to update as much as possible. You know, like there's some extremely good blogs out there who update once a week and they wonder why they're not getting anywhere. You know, I mean, that's silly. Like, there's no point in having a super high quality blog because everything you post is perfect. If you only post once a week, it's not enough. So
how much is the standard, or the
one in a day should be the standard. And like, I feel like the bloggers I talk to who are successful, they say like, no, it's a must do. You have to blog once a day. And if you're not there for a few days, then you do work in advance. You have to treat your blog as your job. You have to treat it as your project, as your company, and you are your own boss, and you're your own employee, and you're your own intern, and your own PR, and you know, everything. And so.
Have you actually have a sort of legal format for your? Are you a company?
No.
No, maybe it's interesting for taxes.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No. And I don't know anybody who is. I think Lemats is because they're actually sponsored by Borda Media. But other than that, I don't know anybody.
You could answer the question
right.
Generating traffic. Yeah.
Generating traffic. God, I don't know how I did it, to be honest.
Like, do you have a blog role?
The thing is, like, personally, I didn't try too hard to generate. Yeah, I have a blog role. I didn't do a lot. I don't remember doing a lot to generate more traffic as such. I remember going to magazines or to like looking at online magazines and sort of like offering to work with them or to work on projects with them. I did that in the very beginning to sort of just put myself out there. I think traffic is really something that probably comes on its own if you post regularly and decent quality content. I know people like Susie Bubble once said that she would always comment with her link underneath. Like there's sometimes when you comment at really big blogs, you get 30 hits right there just from having commented. But not a great person.
Did you have many friends? Do you have many friends? Maybe
blogger friends or
no, real friends? Offline.
No, I don't have any real friends. But why?
No, but maybe it's good to but also advice to make good friends in real life and they can support you online.
Oh.
Maybe that would help.
Yeah, maybe that's another. Yeah, it's super important. It's super important to be as charismatic as possible and like no, but seriously, like I feel like a lot of my jobs come through connections. I guess that's any job really, you know. But like bloggers, when you meet bloggers and they like you, it's like, oh, I'm in confidential or whatever, you know, like during Fashion Week that happens, and that's nice. But like for photographers especially, if you have ambitions in photography, if you can talk and if you know how to be nice to people, then you usually have the job before people even see your work. It's really important.
But do you think that people who are successful online maybe are successful online but are not successful offline in the social means? That the people
Well, I
are a
just
little
said
bit
the opposite,
nerdy.
I guess.
Sorry?
I just said the opposite. But
Okay.
then it depends on the blogger. I mean, like, we were talking about that earlier. I think street fashion bloggers have to be so out there because they constantly have to talk to strangers and ask them to take their photo and stuff. There's no way to be introverted, I think, when you do that. For regular bloggers, for other fashion bloggers, there are quite a few who are introverted, I think. Yeah.
How do you approach someone on the street? You know, if you're in like New York City or wherever, you know, people don't want to talk to you. How do you get the
On the contrary,
courage?
New York City is the easiest city like that. Everybody loves to have their picture taken. Oh yeah, they're like.
Maybe we can play it around. So I'm walking here, and what would you say? I'm a businessman walking down New York City.
Oh,
and
I would say.
you confront me.
Oh, it's really boring. Like everybody will be disappointed. Excuse me, I photograph street fashion. Can I take a photo?
What do you say?
I say I photograph street fashion, and then I ask if I can take a picture, and that's it.
And that's it.
And how does it work? Like, what about rights don't play into your mind? How do these people know that you're not gonna sell them to a Burberry ad campaign?
I
Or
think anybody who reads a magazine nowadays knows about the phenomenon of street fashion, and then people do get photographed on the street at random, and it's almost never a problem. The people who say no usually hate to have their picture taken or are in a rush. Can you maybe